Hello, human collective. Welcome to the Upside to Grief. My name is Story, and I am your host. And this week we are back with Joe Story, my mom,
Hello.
and we are going to be doing one of our segments, QGDs, otherwise known as questionable grief decisions. I am excited for this segment. Nobody else has done this segment yet besides myself, so it makes me feel a little less alone. Because if you listen to mine, it's a little wild.
Yeah.
But essentially, what QGDs are decisions that we make when we are like heavy in our grief fog and we don't necessarily know that that's kind of like a
What's coloring our decision?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like we truly think that in that moment that is what is best for us, and maybe there are other people on the outside watching it and they're like, fuck. I know that's probably how she felt when I was in mine.
Yeah. Definitely.
So, yeah, we're going to hear Mom's QGD today.
Oh, fun times, fun times.
So, what decision did you make that was questionable?
So, my ex-husband, we were together for 10 years and 2 days. The whole entire time that we were together, I said I was never getting married again. Had no interest in getting married. I didn't want to be married. And then 2 days after my brother died, I decided, okay, I guess let's do this. And so I made the decision to get married.
2 days after your brother passed away.
Yeah. I was still in Florida and I was talking to him on the phone and I was like, okay, let's figure it out and plan it. And we ended up actually getting married on the 10-year anniversary of the day that we met.
Mm-hmm.
And so my brother died April 2nd. And then 5 months later,
Ooh.
September 23rd,
Ooh.
we got married.
And at the time, what were you thinking? You called him.
Yeah.
How did that conversation happen? Like, did he bring it up? Did you bring it up? Like, how did you get there?
I brought it up.
You brought it up.
It was something he wanted.
No, I know that.
Yeah, yep.
That's what I'm saying. You never wanted to get married, so.
And I don't necessarily remember how I brought it up. I know I brought it up. And he was like, yeah. And I was just like, okay, we'll just start planning it and figure it out. And we'll get married in 5 months. And, yeah, I think for me, I didn't know in that moment that I was doing it because of my grief.
Mm-hmm.
But there was definite awareness of the fact that I was thinking about how short life is.
Mm-hmm.
And I once again put other people's priorities above my own.
Mm-hmm.
Since that was something that was important for him. And yeah, and now we're not married anymore. So, I mean, it wasn't the right decision for me, but I 100% did not. I was like, no, this is great. This is what we're doing. This is okay. Life is short. Why am I being so difficult was kind of my thought. Like, what is my problem with it? Questioning myself and my decision to not want to ever get married again. And yeah, it was putting other people first again.
Mm-hmm. And you just said you're not married anymore.
No.
I mean, I know this, but they don't know this.
Yeah, no, we're not married anymore. A year and a half afterwards, I told him I wanted a divorce. So, and the divorce was official a little over 4 months ago.
4 months ago, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's
That's a pretty serious choice, life-changing decision.
It's a huge decision to make. I wish that people would have questioned me. So, my first marriage to your dad, we got divorced in 99.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was divorced for 24 years at that point. And all 24 years I said, I won't get married again. I won't do it. I won't do it. But nobody in my tribe said, hey, like, your brother just died. You've been saying for 24 years you don't want to get married. What changed? Do I think that maybe could have snapped me out of it? Possibly. Mm-hmm. Maybe not. I mean, like you said at the beginning, right? We think it's the best thing for us in that moment to do that. So I don't know whether or not it would have changed.
Right. Well, but Erica had asked me when we were doing my QGD, like, now she's like, since you've been in this situation on that end, like, is there anything that you would suggest to people to help? Because when somebody's like grieving also, and then all of a sudden they have this idea and it's bringing them joy and happiness and they're excited, it's kind of hard to be like, don't do that. Yeah. It's really difficult. And what's wild is that, right, in mine, I said my answer to her was that you support them through that.
Yeah.
Because you got to let people process and grieve in their own ways, even if that includes making some pretty questionable decisions, which is hard to do, I don't know. I feel like during this time, you and I weren't really talking a whole lot. And I feel like if our relationship may have been different in that time period, I might have been the person that said, hey, what are you doing?
Well, just like when you were going through yours, we had just started talking.
So you were like...
So I was like, right. I think if it had happened prior to our thing and not talking for a little bit, I probably would have questioned you more about that. But the time frame that we were in and just reconnecting, there was definite like fear about how is this going to impact us re-engaging and building back this relationship. But I mean, I think it depends on the person who's bringing that to you, right? I wonder
who's questioning your questionable decision.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, I think if it was like you, Justin, Patty, I mean,
that's my brother and her sister.
Yeah, sorry. Could I have been irritated or even mad at you any of you if you brought that up at that moment. Yeah, but I think I would have also then taken a moment to think about what you had said. And I think that might have been like, yeah, you have been for 24 years saying you're not getting married again, or 23 years or whatever it was. What has changed? Why now? Is this what's really best for you? And I think there was the day of our wedding, I was so anxious. Like, and not just like normal, like wedding jitter kind of things. Like my anxiety just felt really, really out of control. Like I had to shut the bathroom door and just be in there and be in that space by myself to try and quiet things. And I think subconsciously I knew that I shouldn't be doing it. But, it just never, I mean, that day, if somebody had said something to me, I don't know that I would have been like, yeah, you're right, and called off the wedding. Like, I mean, people
Everybody
flew from
go
out of state.
home.
Everybody was literally there. We got married at our house, and, there were 45 people outside waiting for us to come out. You know what I mean? So, would that have changed? It wouldn't have changed the day. Maybe I wouldn't have mailed in the paperwork. But even then, even after we got married, I kept making that joke to him, like, well, you'll never really know if I mailed it in. Like, are we married? Are we not married? So, I think subconsciously there was this part of me that was like, what the fuck are you doing? This isn't your human. This isn't the space you should be in. And I think the loss of my brother, it was like I needed to hang on to everything that was right around me for fear of losing more. And so that fear and that grief pushed me to make a poor decision. Very questionable.
Very questionable.
Because it wasn't the right thing to do.
No.
It definitely distracted me for those 5 months or 4 months in between my brother's death and the wedding, but
and I think that's what those questionable decisions do. They're distractions.
Yeah. So you can avoid. Yeah.
It makes sense. I think it makes sense,
I mean, I didn't mention this on my chapter because I didn't think about it, but it's coming up now. But, there was a comment that was made to me after my brother's death, before we got married, that maybe should have made me at least hit the pause button for a second. But
what was the comment?
That at least it wasn't my sister that died.
Who the fuck said that? You don't have to answer that.
So that was said and then echoed to me again from somebody else. But
2 people said it to you?
Well, one person, yeah, but it was like from one person said it, and then it was like relayed to me, like re-said by somebody else. So it wasn't like an original thought in their head. You know what I mean?
We never start sentences with "at least" when we're talking about grief. Never do that.
So that should have made me think about hitting the pause button, but it obviously didn't. Just very much minimizing and taking away from my experience of
Was it your ex-husband who said it?
Just some people in my circle.
Okay.
But yeah. I'll just leave it at that.
Got it.
Um,
Maybe something that is making you question your space and surroundings
yeah.
and the people around you.
Yes.
Got it.
Right. Like, am I going to fully commit to this group
This?
of people in this space, and that they're going to diminish and not validate that I have grief around that loss?
Yeah, those aren't your people.
You know what? Your dad sent flowers. Did you know that?
He sent flowers to you when
Yeah.
Leroy died? Or
Yeah.
to the...
He sent them to me for the funeral.
Oh.
They're beautiful. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dad.
I
didn't know that.
But from humans, from my ex-husband,
Your second ex-husband.
the last one.
The last ex-husband.
Yeah. It didn't really feel supportive. Like, he didn't ask necessarily what I needed or how he could help, like when we were then planning the service and doing the things, or he never asked. He never asked me if I wanted him to come with me to Florida when I was going back and forth, or come down there when anything was going on. He didn't offer to help with any stuff setting up for my brother's celebration of life. All of those things should have been like little red flags going, hey,
Nope.
what you doing?
Wild how we just ignore those.
Yep.
Well, maybe it was the questionable decision that led you to where you are now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It would have been nice to not have to do all the paperwork and all the things to get to this point. But we're here now.
We are. We're divorced. We're happy. So, I'm in a space now where, I've got people coming back into my life that had been distant for a while, because of all the things that have been going on in my life for like 5 years. I kind of pulled back from a lot of people. So, those humans are coming back into my life, and I'm very much so starting to feel a lot more like myself, which I think gives me the space to try to work through my grief. I don't feel I was in a space to be able to process my grief safely.
No, you weren't.
So yeah, we're here now. It's a good space. And now we can work on healing. So many things.
Healing is
hard.
Icky.
It's hard, and it's icky, and it's uncomfortable, and it's exhausting, and frustrating, and crazy making. It's all of the things.
But it's so good for you.
It is so good for you.
It is so good for you.
Yeah.
And it's full of growth and change, and also hope and all of the other things.
All of it. Growth.
Growth.
All of those things lead to growth. So.
If we're not changing, we're not growing. And if we're not growing, what are we doing?
Yep. Stagnation kills you.
Yep. Can't be doing all that.
No.
So. Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
Now I'm not the only one.
Getting married, trying to have a baby,
Potato.
Yep.
What is it? Basil? Say it.
Basil?
That's not how you say it.
That is how I say it.
No, you say basil.
Basil.
Don't let her fool you.
No, you guys make fun of me. What? I can't remember what it is. Yeah.
It's basil.
Celery.
Oh, yeah. You trying to get paid? You want some salary, girl?
Yes. It's always.
Anyways, if you have QGDs, please share them. Comment below. Reach out. Message us at theupsidetogrief@gmail.com. We would love to hear about them. And
Try not to make the same QGDs we did.
yeah.
I mean, if you must, you must, but...
You must. We all journey differently. So,
Yeah.
but also know that you're not alone.
Yeah.
And it's also okay to talk about these pretty, like, wild things that we do because it's completely normal and a lot of us do it. Not all of us, but a lot of us do it. So.
Yeah. And if we have the space to talk about it, maybe we won't make such big ones.
Or maybe people will be able, if you know what they are or that these things happen, you might be able to recognize them easier.
Yeah.
But nobody talks about them.
No. I remember when we first kind of started talking about it this summer, sitting on the porch.
Yeah, I was with you.
Yeah.
We came up with QGDs before the podcast launched. Fun fact, QGDs was born from us.
On the front porch.
On the front porch.
Where I was, definitely where I was like, well, when I was grieving Leroy, I decided to get married. And I'm pretty sure you were trying to make a baby. So, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it on a podcast publicly and share it with the world.
Yeah. Because I think people feel shame.
A lot of shame.
Around, I fucked up. Why did I do that? And, maybe sometimes they can understand and make the connection back to their grief.
But they might still not want to talk about it.
Right. Because you feel shame, like, oh, God, what are people going to think of me that I was trying to make a baby when I was grieving, or I decided to get married when I was grieving, or, Yeah. So we have a space to talk about it now.
Now we have a space.
Yeah.
So please share. But thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing your QGD.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Of course. Yep. And I will see you guys next week, and Erica will be back. So
bye.
Bye.